All right, let's go ahead and pop this guy off. And we are greeted with the tablet itself. And before we get to that, let's check out what else we get in the box here. All right, so we do have some tools in here because this does come with a stand, which I'll show you guys how that goes on. And this year we do have what looks like a stylus, so that's pretty nice. So this is the first time I get a stylus with this. And we also do have a strap, so this straps on in case you want to carry it. And we do have our, what is this, type C to type C. We have some cleaning materials. We have another cable, and then we have a wall adapter. So that's pretty much it. I do want to go ahead and show you guys the straps. So you have to put the brackets on here, and they have two different sets of screws. But for the strap, if you are like out, you can carry the tablet because it is it's a little bit hefty, of course, being a rugged tablet with a massive battery. But you can carry it like this, and it takes a lot of the weight off a little bit. So if you are camping, you can just put it on the strap, and it's on here pretty firm here. But if you do want to use the bracket to prop it up as a stand, so we're gonna put this on, you're gonna have to take this off and use the other screws. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, guys, so we got the stand on, and it's a metal stand first off, so it's very firm. So if you are trying to watch content, it can come all the way down like this and actually pretty much go completely flat, but you can pretty much tilt it to however you want it. But really nice addition for a tablet of this size and weight. It's always nice to have. But yeah, very firm, and again, you can hold it by the stand if you want to. Another great upgrade with this series this year is going to be the 120 hertz. As you guys can see, it's a lot silkier, smoother when you're scrolling, which makes a big difference when you're just using a tablet every day. If you never used 120 hertz, it's very noticeable to the point where if you do use 120 hertz, it's very hard to go back to 60 hertz. So if we go to display here, we can even bring our refresh rate down if we want to. You can see 120 hertz. We can set it to auto, or we can set it to 60 to save power, or 90 hertz. But the display just in general, I think looks great. As you guys can see, I'm also navigating with the pen. Works really well if you prefer to do this, or if you want to do like some little digital artwork and drawing on your tablet. Works really well for that. But you guys can see my favorite thing about the screen, again, 120 hertz, and also it's pretty bright. I have it under some very harsh lights, and I have the brightness up, and I'm able to see it really well. And watching content, as always, is going to be great on this tablet here. So watching YouTube content or whatever, playing games, watching movies, it's going to be a pretty good experience because it's a 2K display. Like I said, this year 120 hertz, and everything is nice, crisp and clear, 11 inches. And yeah, it's a overall very good experience when it comes to the panel. The processor on this tablet is more than capable of being able to definitely get you some light gaming for sure. As you guys can see, it's running Asphalt perfectly fine. So even if you are someone who wants to play a few matches of PUBG, Call of Duty, you can definitely do that on this tablet. I really haven't experienced any issues. And because we have such a massive battery, we won't have a major hit to battery life. So if you are someone that likes to game a lot, this is definitely more than capable, and especially for stuff like Subway Surfer, Geometry Dash. Even games like this run pretty well. So as you guys can see, there's no lagging, there's no overheating here. So something that I really like. Let's check out these speakers at max volume. Let's hear what they sound like. So the speakers are definitely, loud enough where you could hear them for sure, whether you're watching YouTube videos or trying to listen to music. There is definitely a little bit of bass here as well too. So overall, I don't have any major issues with the speaker. I don't really hear any major distortion. Yeah, so I would say the speakers are, pretty decent. Now, when it comes to the overall software, again, we're running Android 14 out of the box, which is very nice. So you're gonna have the, slightly updated look here. And so far it's been very smooth. I think out of the box we do have some pre-installed apps, but the coolest thing about these rugged tablets is going to be the toolbox, or the kind of built-in apps. But you also do have, I want to mention, your Gemini, which is very smart. It's a very intelligent assistant here, which is something that I really like. So if you want to ask it some questions, there's a child mode on here. Also, again, the tool bag. So the tool bag does have a few things for people who are into camping and stuff like that. So like a compass and magnifier, protractors. Then we also have the torch. We have a picture hanging. Just some some pretty useful little features here. And I guess I'll show you guys the torch, because it does have a pretty bright camping light. Alright guys, here is the camping light here. It gets very bright, so if you are outdoors camping, you can definitely rest assured that you will be able to see your path or whatever you're trying to look at. It has a bunch of different modes, SOS. It can go medium to max brightness, so very, very nice. And guys, you also have a night vision mode, so you can see at night. Record your videos. Very, very cool. Now, when it comes to battery performance, this thing is extremely hard to drain. It's very hard to drain, guys. So even if you're like a hardcore user, because you have such a massive battery life or battery in here, it's gonna last for days. For me, I've had this thing last for weeks. But yeah, so if you are out camping and stuff like that, I mean, this is going to do a fantastic job as far as, getting you, through the day, or if you're camping, getting through the week even. So I'm always extremely impressed with the screen on time with this tablet here. So if you are looking for a, rugged tablet to be able to survive drops and rain and just whatever harsh weather conditions, this is going to be awesome. You got the dual SIM tray as well too. So it's really got everything you really need, guys. So be sure to let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.